Hello guys, welcome to Algorithms Made Easy. Today we will go through the day 2 problem from August Late Coding Challenge, Design Hash Set. Please like the video and if you are new don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss any update. We need to design a hash set without using any built-in hash table libraries. To be specific, the design should include these functions: add, contains and remove. Here are the attached sample example and the constraint for the question. For any hash-based data structure, there are two questions that need to be addressed. First is the hash function and second is the collision handling. Let's see what each of the two means. Hash function is used to assign an address to store a given value. Ideally, each unique value should have a unique hash value. On the other hand, collision handling is to mitigate the collisions happening due to the same hash for two different numbers. Most of the time, improperly developed hash function results in more collision than usual. Collision will happen when the data is too large, so we need strategies to resolve the conflict. First strategy is separate chaining, in which we keep the value with the same hash in a bucket and each bucket is independent of each other. Second strategy is open addressing. In this strategy, whenever there is a collision, we keep on probing the main space with certain strategy until a free slot is found. The third strategy is called two-choice hashing, where we use two hash function instead of one and we pick the generated address with fewer collisions. For now, let's discuss what is called separate chaining in detail and how we can implement it. Essentially, the primary storage underneath a hash set is a continuous memory as array. Each element in this array corresponds to a bucket that stores the actual value. Given a value, first we generate a key for the value via the hash function. The generated key serves as the index to locate the bucket. Once the bucket is located, we can perform the desired operation on the bucket such as add, remove and contains. Let us discuss an approach where we use linked list as our bucket. The foremost important question is hash function. This function will help us in locating the bucket in which we need to put the data. The common choice of hash function is the modulo operator, that is hash is equals to value mod base. The base of modulo operation would determine the number of buckets that we would have at the end in the hash set. It is generally advisable to use a prime number as the base of modulo. Example 769 in order to reduce the potential collisions. With base modulo as 769, this is how the bucket will look like, each with unique hash key. Now at each of these buckets we will have a linked list wherein we will store our data. See how the value with their hash equal to bucket index are stored together. Focusing our attention on bucket, we are now clear that it will have a linked list implementation and there will be three methods in it. There will be insert method to insert the data into bucket, delete to delete the data from the bucket, and exist to check if the value exists in the bucket. As it is a linked list, all operations will have a O of n complexity. Now that we are clear with the bucket, we can come back to my hash set data structure. As discussed, we need to have a bucket equal to the key range. So to apply that logic, we will have a bucket array of size key range and a key range which is nothing but our base modulo, which is 769 in this case. We'll have the two method asked in the question with the addition of a hash function which will be used to calculate the hash or the bucket index for every key. Now let's see what is the working of each method. The first method that we will discuss is hash method. This method will be used to calculate the hash for the key. We will use the most usual modulo operator and it will return key mod key range. The second method is insert, in which we need to first calculate the hash for the key and then insert the value in the bucket at the hash value. We achieve this by calling the method insert in the bucket class. The third method is remove, wherein similar to add we will find the hash and then call the delete method on the bucket at index value equal to hash. The last method is contains, where we will call the exist method on the bucket at index value equal to hash. The time complexity of this approach is O of n divided by k, where n is the number of all the possible values and k is the number of predefined bucket, which is 769. Space complexity is O of k plus m, where k is the number of predefined buckets and m is the number of unique value that has been inserted into the hash set. One of the drawbacks of the linked list is that we have to scan the entire linked list in order to verify if the value already exists in the bucket. Now the question arises how we can optimize it. To optimize the above process, one of the strategies could be that we maintain a sorted list as the bucket. With the sorted list, we could obtain the log n time complexity for the lookup operation with a binary search algorithm. So the question is, can we have a data structure that have a log n time complexity for the operation of search, insert and delete? The answer is yes. With binary search tree, thanks to the properties of the BST, we could optimize the time complexity of our first approach with linked list. The new structure will look like this, where each bucket will now be a BST. This will reduce our time complexity to log of n divided by k. This is the code snippet for the linked list approach. Please find the GitHub link in the description. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the video.